Hello there, you are welcome to the channel. This is Henry's class on YouTube. If this is your first time of coming across any of our videos, please like, share and subscribe. We have a lot of goodies coming your way. My name is Henry, your humble tutor, and I'll be your facilitator for this evening session. So we are looking at Best Brain 2026 March mock exams, and this is mathematics, the mighty of almighty. So number one is a question on Venn diagram, where this question is talking about Joy FM and then Peace FM, where it states that students were asked, 15 boys were asked, and then 6 chose Joy only, whereas 4 chose Peace only. 2 didn't choose any of them. We have to represent this on a Venn diagram. Find the boys who like exactly one of the two, either Joy only or Peace only, and how many boys like Peace FM. So this is the Venn diagram to represent the information. This is the Venn diagram to represent it. Note that X represents both, those who like both Joy and then Peace. So we are going to find the value of this X by summing up region 1, region 2, region 3 and then region 4 to be equal to the universal set, and we make S the subject and X will be equal to 3. So we then use this to find II, exactly one of the two, where we have Joy only 6 and then Peace only 4. So we add these two and we have 10. And then II says how many like Peace on a whole, or Peace as a whole, that is X plus 4, where X is 3, so 4 plus 3 is going to give us 7. BI, we have to compute the value of the following that we have. I is an addition, so you arrange it in the vertical column form, and then you are going to have 180190. You have to leave this in the standard form, so you count 3 times, 1, 2, 3 and then 4. But note that the point is already left in 2 decimal place, so we'll have to continue. So let's do it again. We'll have to continue from the 2 decimal place, so from here to 1, 2 and then 3, so it is 3. So it's going to be 10 raised to the power 3 multiplying 1.8019. And then II is also a simple operation where you are going to add and subtract 612.03 from the result that you get. So in this case, you add the first 2 addends and then you subtract the subtrahend from the result, and then you have 427.554. This to you round it and leave it in standard form, and you have your answer as 4.27554 times 10 raised to the power 2. 1 CI and II. So I is a set question, we have to simplify it, and II we have to make X the subject of the relation. So for CI, we can simplify root 2 as root of 4 times root of 5 multiplying 2. And then for 10 on root 5, this is rationalization of set. We rationalize it by multiplying this fraction by root 5 expressed as a fraction on its own. So root 5 times, or root 5 all over another root 5 multiplying the fraction. So you simplify this and then you have 2 root 5 as your answer. II, we have to make S the subject. We find the LCM, we cancel through, and we get to a point where we would have to factorize or group all the X terms on one side, since we want to make it the subject. So we factorize it, and then we have X standing alone, and X will be equal to YZ all over Z minus Y. DI, it says the price of a quick meal is 5 cedi 80 pesos. So how much will the person pay if the person goes for 5 of them? You simply multiply 10 by 5 cedi 85 pesos and you have 58 cedi 50 pesos. You have to leave your answer in the nearest Ghana cedi, so you leave it in the nearest whole number, that is 59 Ghana cedis. For II, we can write it in the exponential form as 2 cubed multiplying y minus 1 as an exponent, and on the right hand side 2 raised into an exponent. Since the bases are the same, that is why it has been cancelled. You equate the powers, and then y will be equal to -2. Pardon me if I'm moving fast because of the nature of the question. There are too many, so we want to go through all of them, so pardon me. But please pause the video, try your hands on it, compare with the answers, and that is how we do it, and then you be the best. So 2a is a vector. We have to find m minus 2n, which is a vector, and then find the magnitude of n. So in this case, we are going to simplify m minus 2n, where vector m is 9, -3, minus 2 multiplying vector -3 and -4. So we simplify, and then we have 15 on 5 as the answer for I. And then to find the magnitude or the length of a vector, it is square root of x squared plus y squared, where this will give us 5 units. BI, we have to find the last 2 numbers if the mean of 5 numbers is 7.2. So few of these numbers have been listed. These 5 numbers are here, and x plus 2 happens to be the last 2 numbers. So we make x the subject, and x will be 7. The second last number is x plus 2, so we add 2 to the 7 and we have 9. So the last numbers are 7 and 9. For II, we have to find V if vector P and Q are perpendicular. So for perpendicular vectors, their product gives 0. So 3, 2 for vector P, and then -4, 2V for vector Q, all equal to 0. So since we have to make V the subject, let us place much emphasis on it. So 2 times 2V will give us 4V equals 0. Now in this case, we have 3, 2, where we multiply 3 by -4, which give us 12. So if you have to group terms here, this 12 is now moving to the right side where 0 is occupying, and then we'll have a positive value. So to find the value of V, we divide both sides by 4, and we have our answer to be 3. So V is equal to 3. Now let's move to 2C, where we have a triangular prism. We have to find the total surface area. To find the total surface area, you draw the nets of this shape where you have 2 triangles, as you can see with my highlighter, 2 triangles, and then we have 3 rectangles. So you find the area of all the 3 rectangles, you find the area of the 2 triangles, and you sum it up, and you have 244 centimeter square. Sorry. D, we have to find the value of t in 1 on m plus n equals t plus 3 all over 4, where m is 5 and n is 6. So here you do a quick substitution where m is 5 and n is 6, and then you find the value of t. So t will be equal to -29/11, or -2 whole number 7/29. -2 whole number 7/11. Sorry about that. 7/11. Number 3AI, it says a straight line L1 passes through point A24 and is parallel to another line L2 which passes through the point X, which is -1, +5, and Y, which is 3, 3. You have to find the equation of line L1. So to find the equation of line L1, that's a line, finding the equation of a straight line. First, let's find the gradient. So we find the gradient, and then our gradient will be, so the gradient of AB equal to the gradient of XY. Because in this case, there are 2 lines, that is L1 and then L2. So we express the gradient of line AB as a ratio, or being compared or linked to the gradient of XY. So we have point AB and we have point XY. So expressing their gradient will be equal to 4 minus y over 2 minus x equals 5 minus 3 over negative y minus 3. So we cross multiply where we can find the values of x and then y. So we do this, and then the equation of the line L1 will now leave us with 2x plus 4y equals 20. If you also want to further solve this, you can make y the subject, and then you can also move from there. So the product of 432.009 and another number is 0.4320009. You have to find the number. So this is multiplication. You express them as fractions and then you multiply them. So x will be 1 on 1000 or 0.001. 3b, you have to find the size of the angle marked x and k. So x and 141 are angles on a straight line which sum up to 180. So when we subtract 141 from 180, we'll have x to be 39. For k, the sum of two opposite interior angles will give us the exterior. So here we can say k plus 46 equals 141, and then we find the value of k. You can also add the three values k plus x plus 46 equals 180 and get the value. Any of these method will leave you with an answer of 95 for the value of k. 3c and d. So 3c says in a 5 digit number, the first digit is one more than the second, and the second to fifth are consecutive odd integers whose sum is 23. You have to express the number in a standard form. So the first digit, since it is an odd number, the first we have x plus 1, and then we have x, then x plus 2, x plus 4, and then x plus 6. So these numbers are consecutive odd integers. Alright, consecutive odd integers. So when we express this and then sum them up to be equal to 23, we'll have x to be equal to 2. We'll have x to be equal to 2. So if x is equal to 2, then we can now find the first digit, and then we'll have 3, the second digit 2, the third digit 4, 6, and then 8 in that order. So the number is 32,468. Leaving this in the standard form, we have 3.2468 times 10 raised to the power 4. And for di and ii, they are sets. You simplify them. For the second one, this is rationalization. You rationalize it and make the power or the operation negative, and then you have 6 minus 3 root 3. So you can kindly pause, try them, compare with what we have here, and then you are good to go. So 4a is a question on fraction, where 5/9 of the books on the shelf are sociology and 420 are business books in the same shelf. How many books are on the shelf altogether, and what is the number of sociology books on the shelf? So here, this is the solution to the question number 4. So please can kindly link the solutions to the questions here, and then you also try your hands and compare with what you have here, and then you are good to go. So this is 4c, a fraction where you have to make u the subject and find the value of u, and d is a cuboid with the various dimensions given to you, where I want you to find the total surface area, that is 2 times length times breadth plus the breadth times height plus the length times height, and then you find the volume, which is length times breadth times the height, and then you get the answer. So number 5 is a question on construction, where you'll be asked to construct a parallelogram. We are preparing a lesson on construction. For this year, it is a highly possible topic which we are eyeing for likely students will be given questions on it. So we'll take our time and take you through. As since this is a question and answer session, you know we might not go deeper. We are just taking you through the solution. So kindly look at what the question demands from you, and then you plot exactly what we have here. This is a parallelogram, and then you follow the solution. For any question or any concerns or inquiries, you can leave it in the comment section. This is 6C, a question on statistics or data handling, where they ask you to put the data in the frequency distribution table. For D, you have to rationalize the set. Alright, so we have the last question, which is 6A, a question on graph. So you would have two relations, y equals negative 4x plus 1 and y equals 2x. So please go through it, and then if you have any question or problem, you can leave it in the comment section. So this is how your graph will be. So try plotting it yourself and then compare with what we have here, and then you are good to go. So B and C is also a question on C. B is a question on set, and C is a question on factorization, all which solutions have been provided. Korankye Ezekiel, the head of math department of Harlem International School, a very intelligent math tutor who has been in the field for over 15 years. He prepared all these solutions for us to present to you. So my name is Sir Henry, your humble tutor, and thank you for watching Sir Henry's class. We are grateful and we thank you for your time and effort. Please do well to like, share and subscribe if this video was helpful. And for any comments, any inquiries, please leave them in the comment section. We'll attend to you. You can also join our WhatsApp group where we teach, we learn, we play, we socialize. All the best to all BC students and candidates. May the good Lord strengthen you and bless you as you prepare for your exams. Thank you. My name is Sir Henry, your humble tutor, and this is Sir Henry's class. Learning brought to your doorsteps. Learning made easy and absorbable. Thank you.